morning. Happy Easter Saturday, everybody. Well, I managed to do it. I managed to get out of bed at a reasonable hour this morning. Well, if by reasonable you accept 6 o'clock as reasonable, I'm not entirely sure that I do. I got a lot of driving today, and we're going kind of off the beaten path today. I have found a section of the Weiser State Forest, which is the closest Pennsylvania state forest to where we live. But none of the trails in this tract seem to appear on any of the hiking apps that I follow. So I've downloaded the maps myself. I've mapped out a couple of routes for us to look at. I'm going down into the city to get Nikki, and we're gonna go get lost in the woods. So we are here at the Penn Forest tract of the Weiser State Forest, and for a change, we are the only people here at the trailhead. So it was worth the long drive to get here. It took us from Philadelphia, it took us about an hour to get up here, but it's beautiful and quiet. We can hear highway noise out in the distance, but hopefully once we get out on trail that will fade out. So we had a couple of options here. There's a 7-mile loop, there's a 5-mile loop, and there's a 3-mile loop. We've decided to do the 5-mile loop because I am testing out new gear again, and I'm going to be doing this for the next couple of weeks. I have my brand new pack. Let me get it in shot here. That's a flash pack from REI. It is a 55-liter ultralight, and it currently has everything that I need to carry for going on an overnight backpack trip. I need to start getting used to carrying the weight of it. So the next 2 hikes, even though I don't really need it, I'm carrying the whole thing. It's 22 pounds, not including water, but that does include food and fuel. So add another 2 to 3 pounds for the 1.5 liters of water I'm carrying. So I'm carrying about 25 pounds today, and we'll see how well I manage with that. All right, let's get out on the trail. I think this trail just got really interesting. All right, so some reflections while we take our 2-mile butt break. Never complain about a trail looking boring, because it will prove you wrong. Never ask where the water for the Bethlehem watershed is, because at the moment it's all in Nikki's shoes. What else?
Rocks, moss. It's pretty.
This is a nice trail. It's a really interesting trail. It obviously doesn't get used very often, which I'm fine with. I have no complaints about that. Part of me wants to adopt it and bring out lumber to make bog boards through all that swamp and all. But that made part of the adventure. So we are at the 2-mile mark. We're going to sit here for a few minutes, have something to eat, rest our feet, rest Nikki's very wet feet, and then we'll do the other half. All right, break's over. Back on the trail. while we're walking a nice, flat, level, and uninteresting section of trail, I thought I'd give a quick review of my backpack. As I mentioned, I'm hopefully, depending on the weather, gonna go out on a one-night overnight in 2 weeks, just to make sure that, yeah, I can actually backpack, or I've wasted all this money. I hope I can backpack. But I'm very concerned about managing the weight. So one of the things I did was I invested in a new backpack. My Deuter, I really liked it, but it was a little heavy. It was about 4 pounds. And it was hard to load. It was very narrow, so I had a hard time fitting my quilts in it. So I went to REI and I found this Flash 55, which is technically an ultralight pack. It's 2.5 pounds. It's 55 liters, so it holds quite a bit more than the Deuter. It gives me a little more flexibility with what I can put in it. So I was concerned of, can I actually carry the weight? I weighed it this morning, fully loaded. Everything's in here, including my food and water. I weighed it before I put the water in, and it was about 21 pounds. I added 1.5 liters of water, so figure another 3 to 5 pounds for that. So I figure I'm carrying about 25 pounds. And I have to say, the pack is working phenomenally. I don't feel like I'm carrying much more weight, a little bit more, than when I was carrying my day bag. And that was under 10 pounds. Everything adjusts really well. I can actually reach my pockets. Well, that's not gonna work. I can reach my side pockets well, because they actually fit here. I can even reach my water bottle if I need to. I've got plenty of hanging space on the straps. I found magically that adjusting the position of this strap makes a huge difference in where the weight sits on my back. And the problem I've been having with the regular bags and the day bag is this strap sits almost right at my throat. I'm a big girl, and finding stuff that fits me is hard. When I tried this on, and the guy said, "Oh, I think you've got your cross strap a little too high," and I moved it down, and it was like a light bulb moment. It made such a difference in the weight. So I'm very happy with this. I'm not concerned about adding an extra 2 days of food on top of this. I think I'll be able to manage that just fine. It's comfortable. It's relatively easy to put on and off. I'm very happy with it. I just wish it was a more interesting color. Gray is not my color, and it's hard to fancy up a backpack without ruining the waterproofing. So yeah, very happy with this pack. Any home, but I really want to take some home. Deb, you've ruined us. Thank you. I have never been so happy to see a picnic table.
Random picnic table.
There's nothing around here. There's just a picnic table. We're in the middle of the woods. There's nothing here but a road you can't access and a whole lot of scrubby woods. But there's a picnic table and we're gonna sit here for 10 minutes. Bud break. So we made it back to the car, just under 4 hours. We did 5 3/4 mile. A lot of variety on this one. Some road hiking, some bushwhacking, some canoeing, I guess. I definitely recommend this trail. I'm looking forward to coming back here probably in July when everything's green and in leaf, see which trees are likely to kill me. The nice thing about this tract is I can backpack camp anywhere in here. This is state forest, and in Pennsylvania you can primitive camp on any state forest land as long as you're 100 feet away from a trail or a water source. So this is definitely on the list for when I want to do just a one night, get out of the house kind of overnight trip. So I'm looking forward to that once I know which trees aren't going to fall and kill me. So Definitely check this out if you're in the Lehigh Valley area, or if you don't mind an hour and a half drive from Philadelphia. We certainly didn't. So thanks for coming along. Not sure where we're going next week. I know Deb's going to be with us. She's dying to get back out on the trail. So we will see all of us will see you next week.